Vision Restricted Ironman. Using RuneLight's green screen plugin, I've rendered myself legally blind. Everything's fair game and the possibilities are limitless, but there's one major catch. I can't see for shit. Welcome everyone to episode number 5 of the Vision Restricted Hardcore Ironman. Keeping with the vein of where we ended off in the last episode, we're continuing on with a lot of questing. Right now working on Animal Magnetism and Ghosts Ahoy. I'll pull up on screen now the stats that we finished the last episode with. Essentially the name of the game right now is going to be combat training. So we're going to be doing a bunch of quests that give good combat XP, as well as some kind of general utility sorts of quests. And we're also going to be rushing to unlock protection prayers in the very near future. As far as equipment upgrades, the ones that are going to be coming up most immediately are probably the Dragon Scimitar, the Rune Crossbow, unlocking some new gloves from Recipe for Disaster, not quite the Barrow's gloves yet, and then also the Dragon Defender is likely to come quite soon. Oh shoot, I just fell flat on my face. There is Ghosts Ahoy done. This one took quite a while actually, but good rewards. We got the Ectophile, our first one-click teleport, and also got a little prayer XP, getting ever closer to the protection prayers. There's Animal Magnetism done. I missed the quest complete screen again. One Slayer level from that, and the Friendship with the Firemaking Cape is over because the Ava's Attractor is going to be our best friend for a while. I just realized I said this Ectophile is our first one-click teleport. I totally forgot we have some house tabs. I'm just taking a second to grab 30 herb lore here. Once I get 30, I can use lamps from achievement diaries on herb lore, so I might bang some of those easy diaries out soon. And here we are, 30 herb lore. I want to get level 39 soon so that I can make prayer potions. And I actually have a decent number of ranners stacked up just from, I don't know, killing random low-level stuff. I'm surprised I've stacked up this many, in fact. Back out in Mauritania, doing Creature of Vengeance Strain this time, since I need it for a clue step I'm doing. I did get this like weird kind of stall while trying to grave dig, but pretty uneventful apart from that. Alright, here we are at the mausoleum, so we can do this medium clue step now. After this, I just need to get back to digging up some body parts here. It's not as bad as it sounds, I promise. I don't have a problem. Don't mind me just digging up some silly arms. But why dig up these graves in the first place? I mean, really, what's the point of silly arms anyway? I was here on a quest, but the reward is pretty terrible, and I was trying to complete a medium clue, but that'll probably just give more junk too. It was only then that I finally realized the weight of it all. The quest completion, the medium clue, the countless hours spent splashing on seagulls, true love, finding a seagull that likes me for the real me, and splashing on it for a while. I could hardly believe it took me so long to realize. The pieces had all been placed there so long ago, assembled together before me in this endless void I could neither see nor understand, and all of it was a massive waste of time. And as always, thanks for watching. Today marks a new era of AFKing. We're going to be doing an absolute ton of sand crabs. I've actually never used this as a training method before. I always did ammonite crabs or nightmare zone, but we're going to kick it here for a while on the southern shores of lovely Hasidius. And spoiler alert, I recorded this voiceover way in the future, and I AFK'd this a lot, so I might just skip through a lot of the progress because I'm sure no one cares to watch me sit AFK at sand crabs. For the record, we're starting off at 35 HP and 40 range, so gonna get those up a lot. Got 50 range, friendship ended with the new best friend, and now we have a new best friend in the Ava's accumulator. Up to this point I've been stacking up my clues for the most part, but let's try something different. Some law runes, at least. Quick supply run to stock up on the bone bolts, the first of many restocking trips I expect. We're nowhere close to done with the AFKing here. Perfect. That is 62 range there, making some solid progress here. I want to get up to base 70 combat stats pretty soon, so I'm gonna go do Depths of Despair to unlock the better AFK spot. We're also getting super close to being able to obtain the rune crossbow. We can already equip it now. I just kind of gotta get my prayer up and then we can grind out that drop. But I don't exactly have access to any bolts at the moment. You need 55 Slayer for broad bolts, so gonna need to figure something out about that. Depths of Despair completed here, super quick one, and we're gonna be heading to the better AFKing spot next time we go to the sand crabs. We are heading into the final boss of the Grand Tree now, gonna take on this big old demon. This is a pretty important quest to get done. Unlocks Monkey Madness, also unlocks the Eyes of Glofrey, which you'll see in a little bit why I want to do that one. Easy safe spot here, and the Tome of Fire is absolutely doing work on this thing. Just completed the big tree. Didn't seem that big to me, in fact. I thought it was downright puny.
From the concrete floor, I knocked on the door, but ain't nobody answer yet. Can't dwell on that, the summer is here. My horoscope said it's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be lots of cookouts and lots of beers. A whole lot of shows, a whole lot of tears. It's my preferred season for mad.
This is a crazy time for an exam, my god. What is this?
Just had a Heineken and a crunch to my lunch, nigga. My windows down, my system pounds. The baseline strong enough to shake the ground.
You enter the car wash. Enter the car wash.
Start of my day, I'm trying to find a tree, man. I'm trying to find shade. I'm trying to use my time in a productive way. I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to get paid. It's like 90 degrees. It's the start of my day. I'm trying to find a tree, man. I'm trying to find shade. I'm trying to use my time in a productive way. I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to get paid. Relax and groove. We move and cruise. The summer is the time for the
There is Waterfall quest completed. Very late to complete this one, but 40 attack. Perfect, we can now equip rune items. I think I might see if I can get a lucky rune scimitar really quick, but I probably won't get one, and if that happens I'll just buy a rune sword in the Champions Guild. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 1 in 128 drop, but I'm only gonna attempt to do a couple kills here. Here comes the first kill. Let's see, can we get something nice? First try rune scimitar, perhaps? Yeah, not really. 52 HP here. This is gonna be the last kill. Like I said, only trying a couple and seeing if I get lucky. Also, some guy just crashed me, so might as well get out of here anyway, and of course we're not lucky. I'm just gonna go pick up the Rune Sword, which, I mean, this is exactly what I was expecting to happen. There's not a very good chance I would have ended up with the Scimitar, but it won't be too big of a deal. So what we want is the Rune Short Sword. Pretty... It's just pretty meh. It's definitely not got that iconic look of the Scimitar. Anyway, next up is going to be a lot of melee training as we work towards getting these closer to base 70. Good god, do I look extremely questionable. This is just whatever gear I had in my bank. My goodness. The one nice thing is I do actually have the strength amulet, the perks of having to do that 50 crafting grind. I'm gonna start with some attack first and then maybe move on to strength and defense. Kind of the main thing is I really just want to get my HP up a lot. That's part of the catalyst for just a lot of this combat training I've been doing. I don't really want to go too far past 60 attack because I haven't unlocked the Dragon Scimitar yet. As far as ranged goes, I had been thinking I might try to do LMS and get a magic short bow imbued. I thought pretty hard about that and then realized I don't have any way to get a magic short bow, so I think that option is out. This is like 2 seconds later, but here's 41 attack. This Rune Sword does seem to hit pretty good, so not too upset about not having a Rune Scimitar, especially since this is just going to be mega AFK. I missed the level, but 60 attack here and 65 strength shortly after. And there is 50 defense. It's good enough for now. Probably gonna switch back to ranged. So this clip will probably come as a bit of a surprise, but I've just unlocked what is pretty much unquestionably the single most prestigious item from the Mage Training Arena. That's right, Mr. Guardian. Please give me a singular mud rune. Very prestigious. I'm gonna need this for the Eyes of Glawfree. There is Eyes of Glawfree done. Ton of runecrafting XP right there. Up to 24. I want to get up to 27 runecrafting eventually so I can make cosmic runes. Those are fairly hard to obtain on a hardcore Ironman, since usually as an Ironman the easiest way to obtain them is to buy them in Deep Wildy at the Mage Training Arena, or at the Mage Arena rather. I also wanted to finish this quest off before finishing my Arceus favor, since by raising my runecraft level now, the XP books will get me the most XP possible. Having finished that quest also allows us to get the Crystal Saw, which is pretty useful, gives a +3 construction boost. That's an interesting little thing, it actually popped up on the screen there. But yeah, it gives a +3 boost. I'll probably be using that at some point. Alrighty, let's get this favor. Shouldn't be too bad since the RuneLight plugin at least mostly works, even with the green screen on. The first time I ever did this, I actually did it entirely without RuneLight. Never again, man. That was a horrible experience. Oh my god, this is the best feeling when you just have every book on you in a row. This is like the 5th one in a row. It has to end somewhere. Alright, let's see. 96 XP we get for each of these. It's not too bad. And here this is going to be 27 runecrafting without ever having trained the skill, so we can make cosmic runes as soon as we unlock Xanaris. I actually already have a cosmic talisman, so that's quite convenient. And with that we have 100% Arceus favor. Potentially, nope, we don't have any extra books on us, so if we spend these last two, don't think we're going to get another level, so we just stay at 27 runecrafting. We have the Arceus spellbook unlocked now, so can do Ensouled Heads, as well as I'm going to want to build a Barrow's portal in my house eventually, so quite useful to have. Here we go, 60 HP from the crabs. Look at how round these stats all are. I could look at that all day. This is kind of funny. I got another bronze kite shield tee. I got it in the same exact spot as where I got the first one. Same final step on that clue. Funny little coincidence. The big one here, 70 range. Gonna go to sleep dreaming about black d'hide and then wake up to this abomination that I'm wearing. Quick little woodcutting level and fletching level here. I'm still making these yew short bows unstrung for money, selling them off at the Rogue's Den, and once I get to 70 fletching I can make yew longbows, which will be even better money. The day has finally come, no more procrastinating. We are gonna get 43 prayer. I'm gonna kill blue dragons in the new Soul Wars dungeon. Should be a pretty good spot. One thing is, I don't want to start Dragon Slayer yet, because I don't want to be able to get Dragon Slayer tasks. Try saying that 3 times fast. Just gonna watch my steps so I don't get burned. So it is seeming like this is a pretty decent spot actually. Only problem is it's a very long walk from the bank, but the positives are super easy safe spot. Like a far easier safe spot than in the Taverley dungeon, and also there's just no one here at all, no competition at all. Man, every account I always put off this 43 prayer grind so bad, but it's literally like, I don't know, 5 inventories of dragons. It's really not bad at all. I had 3 ensouled heads, so many, but yeah, I thought I might as well just use them up. It's a little bit extra prayer XP after all, and every little bit helps. Back to the blue dragons after that very short intermission, and with this kill we should have 43 prayer banked. It's not too bad. I can hit about a 15. The main thing is the accuracy is not so good, so it does take a while. I think I'm going to use these bones at the Ectofuntus, just kind of get the most XP possible for each bone. Always, it seems, there is one more step. We need buckets of slime before we can sacrifice the bones at the Ectofuntus, so I just need to buy a couple from the charter ship members here in Port Gazard. Quick pit stop here to get my daily sand. This is one of the nice things about having to have done the Hand in the Sand quest, is that now instead of buying from charter ships or mining buckets of sand, I can just kind of passively stack these up. And then the only ingredient that I really have to gather is the soda ash. But it just means essentially half as much world hopping, so anytime I can cut down on the world hopping, I will absolutely take that opportunity. This is how I'm going to be doing it. 9 bones per inventory. Just kind of works out that way since I need to keep the ectophile on me to reduce the time getting from the bank to the Ectofuntus. This is a lot faster if you do it manually, kind of like loading, winding, emptying. I'm probably just going to let it go automatically though, and just not even really worry about efficiency. Who cares about efficiency, man? We get our dragon cornmeal here. I wonder if it's faster to do this instead of taking the stairs. Look at these XP drops though. Oh my god. This is just like the best release of just everything paying off. That is the final bone ground up here, and with that we will get 43 prayer, protect from melee unlocked. All 3 protection prayers. That's absolutely perfect. Very, very happy to have this done. This was kind of the key ingredient standing between us and essentially any combat related thing. Definitely a lot of quests, a lot of minor bosses, or even just for Slayer, it's super helpful to have these. That also has taken our combat level very, very close to 75, and once we get 75 we can start doing Konar Slayer, so I might go that route. I think it might at least be more profitable than doing other types of Slayer, particularly getting the Brimstone key drops, and also just the tasks I think are a bit better in general. One of the next key goals to work towards is going to be unlocking prayer potions. I need 38 herb lore for that, so I'm going to grab a couple XP lamps from this guy here in the Varrock Museum, and that'll give me a nice little head start. I also picked up a lamp downstairs from the information clerk, but unfortunately that one was just for mining. Cleaning some finds just because I was here. I got the dig site pendant super quick. I think you used to have to manually use these one by one, but it's way easier now, all automated. Cool, and that's the last of the unique finds. Swear I completed this in record time. Okay, I have no idea where any of these go though, so I guess I'll just use them on every case until I find the right one. Now this is an exhibit I like. If you got any questions about mud, well, gee whiz, I am an expert now. Okay, that is the last of the finds placed, up to 93 kudos, so we can almost do Bon Voyage, which is the Fossil Island quest. That's kind of the main reason for doing this. And that is the Varrock Easy Diary completed, the second Easy Diary on the account. Let's talk to Toby here and claim our Varrock armor, and more importantly we get, I believe, 2.5k XP in Herblore, so should get us a level, help us out on the grind towards 38. Not much of a grind, to be honest. And next up we're going to do the Faldor Easy Diary. And here is the Knight's Sword completed for many, many smithing levels. We were at 15 before that. We just need to bang this quest out in order to make blue-right limbs for the Faldor Easy Diary. Mr. Doric, where are you hiding this anvil? Here we go. This should be the diary completed. Perfect, there it is. And let it be known that I did this while wearing the fanciest boots. But why complete an achievement diary while wearing fancy boots anyway? Mr. Flat Freddy, you already did that bit, so you can't do that bit again, because then you'd be doing a bit that you already did. So you can't do that. Oh shoot. I guess we'll cut to a clip of sand crabs or something. Yeah, that's probably right. Like 90% of this video is sand crabs. I bet the next clip is sand crabs again. Nice, we get this shield. I don't even know what this does. Can this one recharge prayer? It can, cool. I think it's only like half or something, but more importantly, we get another Herblore level, taking us up to 34, and this is actually going to be good enough for now. So we need 38 to make prayer potions, but I can actually +4 boost using some botanical pies, so it'll do for now. Definitely want to get the actual level eventually, but I can't be bothered. I'm going to pick up some snape grass west of the crafting guild, which is the secondary to make prayer pots. This is a pretty horrible way to go about doing this, so definitely something I'm going to want to get relatively soon is 61 farming to grow snape grass. You can also pick them up on Waterbirth Island, and there's a lot more spawns, but man, I can't imagine having to play an Ironman before they allowed you to farm these. It must have been extremely terrible. Whoops, this hobgoblin stood on the snape grass spawn, and now he must pay with his life. Alright, I'm here in Hosidius now, picking up the key ingredient for the pies, the gall fruit tops. I don't know how it's spelled, I don't know how it's pronounced. We need them for our Herblore boost. Enough said. This really gets me thinking that I need to get my thieving up to 55 very soon. I literally got the rogue's outfit and then proceeded to never train thieving again. But Arty Knights at 55 are going to be a good moneymaker. I've been hurting for money lately, as you can probably tell, so that's something I should do sooner rather than later. There is 51 thieving. Seems like a good enough stopping point to me. I'm pretty eager to go make these prayer potions anyway. So we can combine the Golanova tops with the pie shells. Ew, 1200 total apparently I just hit. That's pretty cool. And now we just gotta hope and hope that we do not burn all of these. Okay, we got at least one. Okay, that's not too bad. We at least got 3 of them. So this is the Ranner stack I've got going, plus 24 more, which I just made into unfinished potions, just so I can make the most out of my boost. Not that I need it, I only have 24 snape grass, and we'll make these very quickly. But that is absolutely beautiful to see. Hugely important item to finally get on the account. I am just about to do Monkey Madness. I didn't realize you need to do the Tree Gnome Village first, so I've just completed that very quickly. I guess let's see if this local gnome over here has any good words for me. I am the best. Thanks, local gnome. This is not what you like to see. This is not a place I want to disconnect. Thank God I am out of there. I basically got trapped between the gorillas downstairs because you can't walk through them, and then I started disconnecting. I made it up the ladder, fortunately, but my prayer did run out while I was trying to spam click the teleport, and it wasn't working. So if I hadn't got up that ladder, I probably would have died. Could have got Ring of Lifed out, but it's multi-combat with 5 gorillas attacking me, so those aren't good odds. So we are entering the final fight with the jungle demon here. I didn't record a ton of this quest. Mostly I was just trying to rush through it as quick as possible, since it's a little bit sketchy. Everything on Apatol is kind of dangerous, and especially after the disconnection stuff, I just wanted to get out of there as quick as possible. It was a little bit annoying at a couple parts, but really not too bad, even in the dark. I did find this final fight to be a little bit odd. I just had a lot of difficulty hitting for some reason. You can see I kept flicking back and forth between my equipment, or my gear tab rather, because I was looking at it and being do I have something with a big negative magic bonus? I don't know. I was just splashing a lot, but it took a while. We did get it done in the end without too much trouble. And there we go, Monkey Madness completed. Very awesome one to have done with. Kinda to me feels like one of those things that felt like a big deal when you're a kid, but now it's just another thing. But you know what's not just another thing? Let's go get our Dragon Scimitar. We also get to do some training here, some free XP, so I'll do the one that gives me the most HP experience. I think this should get me a level. Possibly also an attack level as well. Yep, 64 HP, 61 attack, and a defense level as well. And we are on the precipice of 75 combat. Alrighty, let's get this scimitar. 100k, very, very well spent. Like I was saying, even all these years later, this is just always an amazing feeling upgrade to get. Super happy with that. So I think I'm gonna continue on with some melee training next. Once we get 65-65, we can access the Warriors Guild, and at that point we can actually go for the Dragon Defender, so that's coming right up really soon. Also, coming up very quickly on our horizon is the Rune Crossbow. So I have overheads, I have prayer pots, nothing really standing in the way of going for that now. So like I mentioned, I'm about to get back into the melee training, but before I do that, I actually want to do one quick thing, and by one quick thing I mean 3 things. And by 3 things I mean I'm doing 3 Recipe for Disaster subquests, so that I can get some better gloves. Super quick and easy upgrade to get. Spooky, isn't it? The bottom of the ocean. There's actually something kind of cool about this. This is the first time using the DSim. Feels great, man. The silhouette here actually looks kinda dope. This reminds me of the Scooby-Doo episode with the ghost diver or whatever. If you know, then you know. So we did 3 subquests. We did Pirate Pete, we did the dwarf, and we did the goblins. Probably didn't show the second 2 since they were incredibly uneventful. This is the fun part where we get to try to find where the correct NPCs are. Here's the dwarf completed. $25 Slayer out of that, apparently. 1k Slayer XP. Pirate Pete, consider yourself rescued. Oh, we did get a level out of that. 32 smithing. Steel maces, that's a huge accomplishment right there. And then here we have the goblins. Probably gonna get a farming level from that. Yep, 16 farming. Cool. And so the reason I did this was so that I could buy steel gloves, which should be a pretty decent upgrade considering I don't have any gloves at the moment. Alright, so here we go. Steel gloves. They're pretty cheap. And they give a +4 strength bonus, so that's actually super nice. And so just to show where we're at, this is what the gear is looking like now with those new upgrades. Still got this abomination going on. People are probably looking at us, wondering if we're just completely lost. Do we need help? They're saying probably blink twice if you need us to come rescue you. But we got the DSIM huge upgrade over the Rune Sword that we were rocking before, as well as the steel gloves, which we had nothing that gave any offensive bonus there before. So previously, as far as our strength bonus goes, we were looking at 51, and now between the Scimitar and the gloves, we're all the way up to 82, which is just awesome to see. I can only imagine that our XP rates should be quite a bit better now. It could only be sand crabs. We always end up back here. We just got 65 attack. I missed the level, but that means we can access the Warriors Guild. So at the start of the next episode, we're going to be going right for the Dragon Defender. This episode ended up quite a bit longer than I typically like to make these, so big thank you if you did watch the whole thing, and I will catch you in the next one.
Enough to hold you to the brightest of lights, to place you dangerously close to that sun. Enough to acknowledge the flaws you can't ignore.